Good morning guys, welcome to Mountain Bar Outdoors, and today I'm with Kyle and we've come up to the Clifton Observatory in Bristol. We're going to have a look in Giant's Cave, and Kyle has never been before, and if you haven't, you'll be watching this video. So we're going to make our way just up yonder. We are, if you're not sure where in Bristol it is, just look for the sign for the promenade at BS, I can't read that, is that BS 8, the promenade of Bristol. Just before we hit the Clifton suspension bridge, so we'll just trot up the path just around here and I'll show you the view. You can actually see the Clifton suspension bridge. I know in some of my earlier videos I've pointed it out to you, but the camera doesn't pick it up too well at distance, but we are literally right on top of the Clifton suspension bridge. So I'm going to do a little tabletop review later on in the day, hopefully. My 10-year service award at work, they give me £150 worth of vouchers, which convenient enough you can spend at Go Outdoors. So I went and bought some knickknacks I wouldn't ordinarily buy, but they were free, so why not? So you can follow this path just up round, or if you're like me, you can literally dive straight up the side of that hill, which is a little bit quicker. The temperature is probably about 25 at the moment, did you say?
Yeah.
About 25 degrees. Absolutely baking in the UK at the minute. It's actually hotter in the UK than it is in Spain. It's ridiculous.
Brilliant.
Oh, it says brilliant, I say ridiculous. I'm more of a cold weather person. So we've had some bushfires in the UK already. We've had moorland set on fire. We've had water mains burst in Bristol. We've also had the grass down the ring road catch fire as well.
Can't cope in the snow, can't cope in the heat.
Yeah, the UK is not geared up for any sort of extremity of weather. If it's too hot, things go wrong. If it's too cold, they go wrong. It's got to be just right in the UK, otherwise it all goes to shit. So we've also been doing the Grommet Unleashed trail. That's something that's been running for a few years. This is the Grommet Unleashed 2 trail. Basically what it is, they've got 67 sculptures of either Wallace, Grommet or Feathers McGraw, the evil penguin. And they dot them about all over Bristol with the view of people going around, collecting the sculptures, taking photographs, having a bit of a good day out with the kids. Just so happens we're big kids, we're in our 30s, but we'll go and do it anyway.
36, no, 67.
67, yeah. So here we are. You can actually see the Clifton suspension bridge this time, rather than me just pointing at some grey blob in the distance. So just over there is the Clifton Observatory. Houses a roof space with like a panoramic camera view that you can go up and have a look at. You can also see over the side the gorge. That bridge just down the bottom, there's a path that follows that whole stretch along there, and that goes into Pill. So you've got Lee Woods just over the way as well. So we'll go, or I'll go just up around the corner and show you properly the Clifton suspension bridge. We are going to walk over it as well, as they got one of those Wallace and Grommet trail sculptures on the other side of it, and sometimes it's easier just to ditch the car and get out and walk. Bit of exercise for all. How's that for a view then, guys? Clifton suspension bridge. It was designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I believe he died before it was finished, but they had a couple of people take the job on, and they finished off his design. It was originally designed to have a couple of stone sphinxes on the top of it, Egyptian sphinxes. He had a bit of a thing for Egyptology. They decided to bin that off in the end. So where we are going then, it's just over there. You can see that yellow set of railings, Giant's Cave, which you can access through the Clifton Observatory and down several flights of steps. It's quite narrow, it's quite dark in places. It's about £2.50 to get in. So it's an absolutely beautiful day out. So what we'll do then is we'll go and pay our money, we'll go in, I'll show you down there, and I'll see you shortly. So we're into Giant's Cave. It says there's 130 steps in Giant's Cave. So you're down some quite narrow winding staircases. I remember when I came down here with my dad once when I was a kid, we had the family Labrador, and the dog dragged him up the stairs and he tripped him up coming back up. So there's handrails provided. Make sure you grab all the something because the steps are quite steep. You also need to be aware of the actual cave of the roof itself. It's quite low.
Only if you're over 6 foot though.
If you're over 6 foot, yeah. So I'm scraping my head, so I've got to duck down. Definitely one to bear in mind if you're tall. So the 130 steps, then they do come out onto a platform. A yellow platform that overlooks the suspension bridge and the Avon Gorge itself. And Carter wore flip-flops down there. It is a little bit slippery. There's quite a lot of footfall. So I can see light at the bottom, so we're getting close. It's nice and cool in here actually. So dampen that. So I'm literally stooped right down at the moment. Seriously, watch your head. So obviously coming down is a lot easier than going up. These transition from some stone steps to some metal ones. I think I should have worn something a bit sturdy on my feet rather than trainers. A pair of boots. How you doing, love? Kind of bring that the rear. So Giant's Cave was man-made. There we go. So that's it, that's your 130 steps. Quite lucky today, I'm on my own. There's no other people around here. So let's go out into the viewing platform. Oh, scabby pigeon. So we're a bit lower, obviously we're quite a bit lower than Clifton Observatory. You can then walk out onto this platform with its sturdy grating and whatnot. And here we are. So to get back up, we've just got to literally, obviously go back up the stairs. And we're going to be up over there. You've got this tunnel for the traffic that was put in because they get so many problems with people jumping off the Clifton suspension bridge. I think the rationale is that if you jump off the bridge, you're going to hit the roof of the tunnel. You're not going to land on anybody's car. You're not going to cause a massive pile-up of traffic. Because there is quite a big problem in Bristol with people jumping off the bridge. They either jump off the bridge, they'll jump off the gorge. You know, you've got endless choices if you decide to go down that route. So the admission price is £2.50. You can also use the camera obscura thing, which is on the top. It's like a 360-degree panoramic view of the Clifton suspension bridge and surrounding area. What do you mean, is it okay? You're gonna fall through it. Get on it. They say a maximum of 8 people on the balcony at any one time. So yeah, we're headed off in that direction over the Clifton suspension bridge. There's a Feathers McGraw on the Wallace and Gromit Trail thing. We're going to go and get that. I'm probably going to scrape my head on the roof of the cave going back up. There's quite a lot of graffiti down here. Lots of people carving their names. I'm not a big fan of graffiti like that. It kind of ruins the overall aesthetics of the cave, to be honest. You know, but people are going to do it. Whatever you do, you know, you put a blank canvas, people will draw on it. Unfortunately, yeah, the grate's a little bit bouncy. If you're certainly if you're scared of heights, you might be a little bit dubious about stepping off into the unknown, but that's all right. It's fine. So we'll go back up now and we'll have a quick squiz round. We'll go over the bridge and we'll go from there. See you shortly. So Clifton suspension bridge then, guys. Designed by Eisenbar Kingdom Brunel, finished after his death, and this is the result. It's been standing for donkey's years. It's a really strong bit of kit. If you come to Bristol, it's one of the most iconic views or scenes that springs to mind when you think of Bristol in the UK. The views are fantastic. You can see all the way down the portway. You see in one of my other videos where I was hanging off the side of a rock face, just further off in that direction. So it's a massive tourist magnet. You get loads and loads of people coming in. So it's a long old way down to the bottom as well. They are on about putting some plexiglass up along the side of the bridge to stop people from climbing over. There was one guy, you can look him up on YouTube, he did base jump off of the Clifton suspension bridge with a parachute. As soon as he was off the bridge, he had to pull his chute because, you know, they've hit the ground and made a right mess if he left it for any length of time. I do come over quite often when I'm off work. I'll come up mountain biking, and this is for me the easiest way to get across the bridge over to Lee Woods and Ashton Court. You can see the Clifton Observatory just up over there where we just were. You can't quite see the yellow outcrop thing because it's just over by there where we've stood. So we're going to go get Feathers McGraw in a minute, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what's what. So we're on the opposite side of Clifton Suspension Bridge now. Feathers McGraw is just past that silver car that's just pulling away, that blue penguin thing. So we're going to go and collect him and tick him off the list. That brings us up to 36 out of 67, so we've still got a way to go. It is in Bristol for a couple of months, this whole grommet trail thing, so that's fine, we can pick them up whenever and finish it. I think we're sort of quietly competing with the mother-in-law. We're going to try and get him before she does. So you can see just over in the distance the yellow thing. I don't know if you can pick out the yellow thing. That was the bridge that we stood on shortly before when we went down for the observatory. As you can see all the way down the portway. Bridge Valley Road, just there where those cars have stopped, that red car in the distance has stopped, was Bridge Valley Road. That brings you up onto Clifton Downs, and further off in the distance is Ladies Mile with the sea wall. I mentioned in one of my other videos where I like to sit sometimes. So we'll get this grommet trail thing, and then we'll probably wander back over and go from there. Alright then guys, so that was a quick look around Giant's Cave in Bristol. We had a quick look on the Clifton Suspension Bridge as well. I'm going to do a video very shortly showing you the things that I got from Go Outdoors with my long surf award I got from work. Some nice new bits of kit that Mountain Bear wouldn't normally pay for. So watch this space. Thank you for your continued support of Mountain Bear Outdoors, and I'll see you soon.